Because otherwise, otherwise I would have like stopped a long time ago. I'd be like, ah, this is too much. Just give me the good ones. Just give me all the good ones. I'm good. And you also find like a lot of ones that are really underrated. Like some that you wish people talked more about. So yeah, it's just nice to go through it all. And some people you just find one and you're like, this is awesome. Why have I not seen anything about this? But yeah. How about we continue on with single-sided paper? A single-sided paper. Underrated authors too, exactly. It's really cool because the author for the cameraman SCP actually contacted me. Well, reached out and commented on the video of it and was like, "Hey, this is my SCP. I'm glad you enjoyed it." And that's another reason why I like posting it out there. Is so that those authors that don't usually get talked about or maybe like forgotten about their own creation get a chance to like just see it and be like, oh hey, somebody read mine. Like I got Twitter comments, YouTube comments, Reddit comments, where the authors just came up to me. I was like, hey, it's cool that you read mine. I really appreciate it. And I was like, no, dude, I appreciate that I get to do this. Okay, single-sided paper. Level 1, object class safe, classified. Special containment procedures, SB 2021 is contained inside an opaque container at least 30 times 20 times 10 centimeters. All instances of SB 2021 must be accounted for and logged if lost during experimentation. Description. SB 2021 is the collective designation of 131 from 140 sheets of US letter-sized copy paper found inside a cardboard box labeled in permanent marker single-sided paper. Please hold by the sides. Patent pending place for my stuff. Ooh, the alliteration. Patent pending place for my stuff. Also, single-sided paper, please hold by the sides. Patent. Yeah, there's some nice alliteration here. The obverse sides of the sheets are normal white copy paper, and the reverse sides apparently invisible or otherwise empty space. Stacking the sheets on the top, the other has no anomalous effect, and use of opaque storage containers has been successful in containing the sheets. Can you imagine, like, that's like a magician's trick, right? Like it's like, ooh, I have this sheet of paper, but on the other side there's nothing, and it just goes invisible. What if you hold it in front of your face, like this? Does that mean like the side that's invisible would just like your head will just vanish, and it just shows like the background? I wonder. Experiment. -1 to 3. Attending researcher Dr. Jamie Marlowe, or Mallory, I guess it's Marlowe, D14190, and D. One hamster. One hamster. No, prior to the experiment, Dr. Marlowe lost grip on a sheet of SCP-2021, causing it to land upwards down onto a table. Instance could not be retrieved, and no trace of the sheet could be detected. Oh, so like it's just went invisible. I guess, okay, no, it wouldn't make my head vanish. It would just show my head through the sheet of paper. It would just be like this, and all, like, yeah, it would just look like this, basically. But then if I turn it around, there would be like white sheet right there. That's how it would work. Log 1. Dr. Marlowe places a sheet with a strip of tape affixed to the edge to allow for easier retrieval. Obverse down onto a hamster placed on a table. Hamster remains visible, though shows signs of distress. Hamster crawls out from underneath the paper. Dr. Marlowe places the sheet reverse down onto the hamster. The sheet flattens smoothly upon the surface, leaving no trace of the... And I will make this hamster disappear. Dr. Marlowe carefully drags the paper along the surface of the table before lifting it again, successfully retrieving the hamster. Oh, okay, so the hamster's like in a pocket space. So mirror paper, not mirror paper, because like you see through it. It's not reflecting. It's not reflecting the world. It's more like a window paper than a mirror paper. The paper actually has two sides, but one side says, "Please pretend you can't see this side." Thanks, written. Can you imagine if that's all it says? Like, just pretend like, oh no, like, there's no second side. Log 2. But it looks like the side that's invisible is like a pocket space because the hamster just like went flat. Just like, gone. Log 2. Multiple sheets of SCP-2021 are taped together and suspended with a wire from the ceiling of the testing chamber to create a large opening. Oh, they're going they go do like the D class, like, don't move. 2 Class D personnel, D and D14109, are ordered to stand opposite one another with the sheet between them. The person behind the obverse side could see the shadow of the individual before them, while the person behind the reverse side could clearly see the other individual. The individual of the reverse side failed to heed instructions and reached out into the invisible side of the paper before quickly withdrawing their hand and making contact with the outer edge of the paper. The class experienced a mild paper cut, but nothing else unusual. I'll just paper myself and then I'll become an invisible menace. Well, I think you'll be stuck in a pocket dimension of that the paper would be like, you wouldn't be invisible, it would just... Oh, I know, I get, okay, I understand. You would like tape the paper with the invisible side around you. So you just like, yeah, I get it. I thought you were like going into the dimension and be like, no, nobody can find me. But yeah, you could. If you have enough sheets, you could wrap yourself around, mummify yourself with that paper, and you could become invisible. Or, I guess you'll be invisible, but everything you touch would kind of like fall into it. Like if you were to hold something, like let's say like you found like a $10 bill on the ground and you try to pick it up with the paper around your fingers, it would just slip into you and you could not retrieve it. Log 3. The experiment was repeated with Dr. Marlowe and D14190. D14190 facing the reverse side could see Dr. Marlowe on the obverse side. The two could communicate verbally without issue. After some time, D14190 was ordered to reach out and grab a volumetric beaker located on the table next to Dr. Marlowe. D14190 complied, reaching into the empty space and successfully retrieving a beaker. However, the beaker located next to Dr. Marlowe was untouched. Oh. Wait, this gives me an idea. Also, I'll be a teleporting menace. Not sure how teleportation comes into play here, because I don't think you can... I'm not sure... Well, maybe. It doesn't say here, but I don't think you can enter one sheet of paper and exit the other one. I think each sheet of paper is its own dimension. Addendum 1. D14190 saw medical... Sought medical attention, complaining that the arm felt like it belongs to someone else. Pathological examination revealed nothing anomalous in the patient, though the symptoms described are consistent with agnosia. A neurological disorder characterized by an inability to recognize objects, sounds, shapes, and smells. D14190 also claimed to be unable to identify objects by touch using the right hand, consistent with astereognosis. Related to agnosia marked by an inability to identify object based on touch. It should be noted that D14190 used their right arm in the experiment with SCP-2021. Dr. Marlowe has noted a similar effect on her left hand, middle and ring fingertips. Going paper, someone move me. So you need a partner then. But then the thing is, you would have to, the partner would have to like do it from head down to feet. But I don't think, like I said, like if they try to do multiple paper, not sure how that's going to work, because you're not going to fit in one A4 paper. Your head will, but the rest of your body probably won't. Addendum 2. Several weeks after the experiment ends, Foundation personnel reported the lingering smell of decomposition. Although they did use multiple paper here, and he was able to like put his arm in it, so maybe that does work. Several weeks after the experiment ends, Foundation personnel reported the lingering smell of decomposition in the testing chamber used in the experiment. 2 thorough cleans were done but failed to remove the odor. The chamber has been temporarily shut down pending further attempts to fully cover the odor. Okay. Sounds like maybe his arm got chopped off. Or like a version of his arm. Because it's the smell of decomposing would only make sense if something were to decompose. And the only thing that happened in that experiment is that he put his arm in it. So it sounds like he put his arm in, his arm got chopped off, but then got replaced with a similar looking arm when he pulled it out. Because they also said it looks like they had a paper cut. So maybe like when you put your body in, it's like being cut, but and that's why you don't really can feel something, because even though you pull your arm back, it's maybe not even your arm anymore. That's why like he was saying like he has the issue where he cannot sense anything with his arm anymore. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good idea to use as a teleportation device if you're gonna lose any sense of touch. And as I said, even like if you put your head into it, probably you would lose like sight, smell, because it sounds like if it just simply replaced either replaced or took away all the feeling of sensation. So sounds a bit risky to use as a teleportation escape method. But it's pretty cool. I like it. It's very much the Fungami Yuya from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4. His stand where he like makes people into paper, and then he can like when he opens up they pop out. It's very similar to that, right? Wi-Fi dropped again. Well, wait. Has it been the Wi-Fi or is it the stream that's dropping, Howard? Because remember, if the stream is dropping, just pull it down in a low resolution. But if it's the Wi-Fi, then I cannot help.